Boston College comes in at 4-3, fresh off a win over Columbia Friday in this building. And South Florida wins the opening tip. And the Bulls start with the basketball 3-2 this year. Now South Florida, he's been a success at all three. BC denied. DeMar Langford tried to take it up strong. The Bulls stingy around the rim. Green triggers a three and knocks it down. And USF has its first lead. Nipple, South Florida led for the entire first half of that Auburn game a couple of weeks ago, but they ended up losing by 6. In attack mode is Makai Ashton-Langford, who scores the first two tonight. Five to shoot for the Bulls. Chaplin to the rack, and he scores. South Florida's on the board. Red Sox cap on right now, Paul.
Ball goes side to side. Murphy with the push to the corner. Big man running the lane. And BC likes to pick up full court. They've done this in past games. Trying to wear the other team down, eat into the shot clock. Good find by USF. He's been a great surprise for the Eagles.
Ashton-Langford on the drive and the finish. 6 early points for Makai.
Spoke to his prep school coach, Jason Smith, tonight. Brewster Academy, he said that young man plays to win, and he plays hard.
There's our first look at Sorrell Smith Jr., the junior out of St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, Smith can shoot the ball from the outside. He's one of the better shooters for the Bulls.
He's in his third school. Started at Maryland, transferred to East Tennessee State. Now he's at South Florida. And the answer for Boston College. That time Karnik decided not to shoot the three after he just hit one. Here's DeMar Langford, Makai's younger brother. Up and under, and the finish. That was smooth for the sophomore out of Worcester.
The senior, James Karnik. And he's going to have some down years. I mean, even the best coaches at BC had some down years before they had great success. When I was with Jim O'Brien, big-time dunk by BC. Al Skinner had 3 sub-500 seasons before they started rocking and rolling at the heights. Just got to be patient. You got to fight through the adversity.
He's got the two-hand stuff on the fast break, and now the mid-range jumper. More defense for Boston College, leads to offense. And the slam for Kanye Jones. Boston College working it in transition. A bit of a surprise against South Florida, who outscored Hampton 19-zip in transition in their last game. Sorrell Smith has the answer, another straight-on mid-range jumper. I'd love to watch the old tape of Makai and DeMar going at it in the driveway. I think they both got a lot better results of those one-on-one showdowns as South Florida scores it, and it's back to a 4-point game as Sam Hines Jr.
This guy's a combination of Dame and Steph Curry. You have to know where he is on the floor.
Mid-range jumper for Caleb Murphy, who's starting to find his footing tonight.
Well, Earl Grant told us, I can't put them on opposite teams in practice. They know each other so well. They step in on each other to take charges. We want those guys to stay healthy all year. We'll keep them on the same team. They look inside first, USF. Then they set the middle ball screen. They have plenty of action out of it. 3 guys that have been in college basketball for 15 years. Seems like 15 years. He's a good two-way guard. He's got good size, great from the mid-range, really good at attacking the basket. The three-point shot is coming along.
Here's DeMar Langford on the up fake, and he scores in the lane. The best defensive rebounding teams in the country so far this year. Above 82% of their opponents' misses, they are getting, as a nice shot goes in for Jake Boggs, the sophomore out of Charlotte. You might be wondering, how is Boston College only winning by 3 with that turnover disparity? Well, BC's only 1 of its last 9 from the floor. And Quentin Post says, don't give me those stats about our shooting. That's pure from the top of the key.
Made the 3, finish at the rim. Yeah, BC 5 for 6 from the line. That's been the difference.
Murphy, mid-range, that's true.
I'll tell you what BC does a really good job of is playing defense and not committing foolish fouls.
DeMar Langford fouled, and the bucket counts. And if you didn't think there was a lid on the rim, that last dunk attempt by Chiwa proves that there is for the Bulls. Murphy is the answer. Splashes home a mid-range jumper. Jaden Zachary with it for Boston College. Right to the rack and finishes. Good move from the freshman out of Wisconsin. Turnover against the Eagles, who only coughed it up once in the first half. Bulls try to take advantage. 3 on the way, that's good. Trey Moss, the freshman from outside Orlando.
He tried to tell coaches about him out of postgraduate school, the mid-major level. They wouldn't listen. Now they're kicking themselves. He didn't say where they were kicking themselves, though. Between Earl Grant and the football coach.
Hafley staying in Chestnut Hill through 2026. South Florida on offense out of the break, and DJ Patrick buries a jumper.
BC does a nice job in defensive conversion. On the miss, all 5 guys get back. No layups.
Sorrell Smith is going to say that was a pass, and it's finished off by his teammate DJ Patrick. Sorrell Smith can't connect. Offensive rebound for South Florida. I sound like a broken record, but Jalen McCreary lost it. Good D from Quentin Post, who's running the floor. Makai Ashton-Langford counted in the foul. Sometimes they'll hedge, sometimes they'll play it a little bit softer. Whatever they're doing is working so far. As Post goes up top, Ashton-Langford to the big man for the alley-oop. Javon Green couldn't connect. Here comes Ashton-Langford, dangerous in transition. Feeds it to his brother DeMar, who scores it. Kind of surprising he was on the bench at all. Playing over 36 minutes a night as Sam Hines with a pretty up and under lefty finish, back to a 6-point game.
A lot of middle ball screens by the Eagles. Makai Ashton-Langford does a wonderful job coming off that ball screen.
Kicks it out, Brevin Galloway knocks down the triple. Yeah, I'd say those two guys have pretty good chemistry. 2 of 5 siblings. Right to the rack. It's Russell Chiwa on the flush for South Florida. Hands it to TJ Bickerstaff, back in the reassuring hands of Makai with 10 to shoot for BC. Bickerstaff to the hole and the finish.
This is a big confidence game for James Karnik.
3 from the corner. That's good. DJ Patrick knocks it down, keeping USF in striking distance.
But the defense has been consistent all evening.
There's DeMar Langford, finger roll, no. James Karnik, offensive rebound, yes. Bulls have not made a field goal since 8:31, 5 minutes ago on the clock. Good look from Bickerstaff into Karnik, who finishes. It was Trey Moss on the charge for USF. Under 3 to play. BC on top by 11. Ashton-Langford for Karnik! Exclamation mark, and the big man is sizzling. Ashton-Langford around the Karnik screen. No look to Bickerstaff. To the hole, and one! Byron Matos on the response for South Florida, but it's purely cosmetic because nobody covers the ACC like we do. DeMar Langford on the drive, and he scores, and it's a 15-point edge for the Eagles. Ashton-Langford, beautiful feed. Bickerstaff punches it home. Eagles soaring in Chestnut Hill. No one scored 60 on South Florida this season until tonight. Boston College cracks the code and wins by 15.